And I feel like just kind of fake. It felt very fake for a long time. Because, you know, I still wanted, I liked what I got out of church and what I got out of like my summer mission trips and stuff, but I didn't have a willingness to like completely change my life where I could also be an example at school. I felt like, you know, if someone at school knew that I was a Christian at church and then they saw how I acted, I feel like I would have led them the wrong, you know what I mean? Like very, very double-faced, I guess I could say. And so it just led to, I don't know, I was pretty insecure, and I was fairly shy as well. So I think when I did decide, or when God put it on me to become a teacher, it was like, what, I'm going to speak in front of students like every day, and I don't know, it was just like, it blew my mind. I was like, I wouldn't have thought that would ever be me. So, but God's good. I mean, he does what he does for a reason. It's up to us to be obedient in that. So
absolutely. No, yeah, I empathize with that so much. I used to, in school, I rapped and I sold candy, and so my thing was always, how do I talk to as many people as possible? How do I relate to them? And so similarly, it was taking on the language, indulging what they indulged in. And so, you know, definitely empathize with the portion of that there. But my thing was, I was always so focused on how do I extract as much money from this person? And, you know, I had the times where like I would have like my dives into faith, and then it's kind of like, oh wait, this requires me to be a little bit more good than what I'm being. Right. Yeah, let me kind of pull back a little bit, or, you know, or even like step away for a few years. So I empathize with that. But you were doing mission trips, which is really cool. I've never done a mission trip.
Yeah, it was, I mean, more local. It was just something that our youth pastor had on his heart from the time he was at the church where I grew up. It was very much, we would, you know, raise the money ourselves through auction, through like giant garage sales and stuff. And then we would reach out to communities that usually like in like Appalachian mountain area, like we go to Tennessee, you know, Kentucky, North Georgia, Alabama, places that very rural areas where very small churches, you know, they didn't really have any kind of income to support whatever they were doing. So that, and then a lot of times what was cool with those is that it would bring in a lot more people from the community when they would see like, well, why are there kids like working on your church? And so sometimes we would do a Bible school like on the spot, and then they would plan that the year later, like, wow, that went really well, so let's do a Bible school this next summer for this area. So we bring in kids that normally wouldn't come to this church.
That's
so
cool.
We physically build the church, and then, you know, build the church people by helping bring more people in. So but yeah, I mean, thinking through that, it's definitely something I want as a family. As I see like families at Journey that go like out of Guatemala, or, you know, do like a family mission trip. That's definitely on our spiritual bucket list.
Right.
To do that, because that's something that, you know, although, you know, I feel like every week that we serve kids, or even at school working with, like, that's a mission in itself.
Right.
But like
absolutely.
also wanting to do that as a group